Most of us are juggling a lot of different things at once. For me, between motherhood and work and personal goals and having ADHD on top of that, which I can talk about another time, it can feel like a lot to juggle and manage all of the things, even insurmountable at times, and I can easily feel like a failure or really worn out if I'm not careful. And so today I want to share some of the techniques that have helped me the most over the years to feel less overwhelmed and to better get the things done that matter the most. And I want to also thank Primarily Pure for sponsoring today's video. I will be chatting about them in a couple of minutes. Let's dive right in. Having to decide what to do in and of itself at the start of the day takes brain power. And if I don't have a plan, then I really flounder and I feel really aimless. I need to be able to come to my laptop in the morning on the days that I'm working and have my to-do list ready to go. I have a couple different systems that I use, which I'll talk about in a moment, for different things. But it just is so essential for me to have a to-do list and to have those tasks kind of already predetermined and already written out. Sometimes I'll do this at night. Actually, I do find it to be quite helpful to write out maybe what it is that I want to get done for the next day. And if I ever feel flustered, which I do feel flustered from having a million different things on my mind, or ideas or tasks or things that I feel like I need to be doing or should be doing, which can often lead to decision paralysis, which can then lead to not doing anything at all because it's just too much, too overwhelming. A couple things I find helpful are a brain dump, which I don't do this every day, but if ever I feel like I just need a bit of a mental reset and I need to kind of externalize the things that are on my mind, put them out onto paper or type them out, is so helpful for me because it allows me to better see the things that are on my mind and kind of triage them. And also breaking down a task into smaller steps and focusing on one step at a time really reduces that paralyzing overwhelm, and it helps me to get started on things. Okay, next I want to talk about systems. Having the right systems in place for you, because everyone is so different and everyone responds differently to different types of tools, organizational systems, planners, that kind of thing. So I use Notion for all of my work-related things, which is an online digital, note-taking project management system, basically. And I love it. Love Notion. That's where, with the type of work that I do, that's where I have written out all of my various video ideas and scripts and other content planning, as well as my daily to-do list and the things that I need to get done. But for more personal stuff, mom stuff, family, kid activities, we have a physical calendar, which we have in the kitchen. It's just a regular monthly calendar. I also just recently added this gigantic notes tab on my home screen titled Reminders. I've only just recently started doing this, but this is for any time where there's something that I know I cannot forget. It triggers my mind to remember to put it in my little Reminders tab that's huge on my home screen. And that I've actually found to be pretty helpful recently because things just are in my mind and then they're not in my mind anymore. Let me know in the comments, is there a certain system or tool that you use? What do you use? Do you find it helpful? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear from you because there's so many out there and different ones work for different people. Now, having tools, having systems, these are all fantastic, but something that is so easy for a lot of us to do is to feel like we need to do everything. We expect too much of ourselves. We think that we need to accomplish too many things in a day. We live in a society of do more, be more, have more, do all the things. This is something I've struggled with big time, is feeling like I gotta do all the things, and I wanna do this, and I wanna do this, and I gotta do this thing. Oh, and I should probably do this, and I really wanna do this. Sometimes in order for us to feel productive, what we end up doing is we spin our wheels on stuff that doesn't really matter or move the needle all that much. And in recent years, I've had to get really ruthless at cutting out the stuff that doesn't matter as much, so that I have the brain space for the stuff that does matter. Or maybe not cutting it out entirely, but recognizing that at a later date is when I can focus on XYZ. And so one of the ways that I find really helps to narrow things down is to pick one thing, maybe two things, but one like main thing that you want or need to get done in a day instead of 10 things. A lot of the times it's just simply too much and it leaves us feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, discouraged. Sometimes it's really not about doing more and more and more, but it's about streamlining and being intentional about the things that we do. As someone who works from home and is also a stay-at-home mom most of the time, although my daughter does start preschool in the fall, nothing feels worse than not having gotten properly dressed and ready for the day. This is such a simple thing to do, but it makes a really huge difference. You might relate if you also work from home or if you spend a lot of time at home. It just feels good to look and to feel nice at the start of the day. It puts you in the right mindset for tackling the day versus being in like comfy kind of loungy clothes, which can, at least for me, really puts me into more of like a lounging state of mind. It can also be really helpful to kind of remove any roadblocks that might be in the way to make getting ready easier, like having a capsule wardrobe, for example, or having just a less chaotic wardrobe where there are more pieces that can be easily mixed and matched. Keeping makeup simple, keeping skincare simple in the morning too can just make these things easier to do in the morning. And if you prefer cleaner skincare products like I do, Primally Pure is wonderful. I've been using their deodorants actually for over 2 years now. I love their Blue Tansy. I've also just recently been using their charcoal deodorant. They work amazingly. They're made with arrowroot, tallow, coconut oil, different kinds of essential oils. But something else that I've been loving at the start of the day is their tinted lip balm and their lip oil as well. I'm a very, very, very simple girl when it comes to makeup and getting ready at the start of the day. And lip balm is an essential for me. I always have lip balm on me, and I love that a little tinted lip balm can go a long way in kind of elevating the way that you look and feel at the start of the day without requiring too many like makeup steps. This is pretty simple. All of their products use minimal but quality ingredients, and I also love that they use biodegradable pulp in their packaging. I do have a code for you. If you want 15% off, you can use the code 15Meghan. I will leave it linked for you below. Going too long without food or skipping meals or not having a big enough breakfast, for example, all these things can contribute to lower energy levels. Protein is also especially important for helping us to feel more full and satiated and helping to keep our energy levels sustained. On mornings when I don't have a huge appetite, I love grapefruit with my tea just to ease into breakfast, and then I'll have something more substantial depending on what I'm in the mood for. Oatmeal with almond butter and chia seeds, yogurt bowls, homemade breakfast muffins with nut butter that are great kind of make-ahead options, avocado toast with egg. These are all great filling options to start your day. I also love yogurt bowls as an afternoon snack too, but your mood and your energy will thank you for having properly fueled up, especially at the start of the day. Taking breaks is another really important thing for us to do to kind of refresh and reinvigorate our minds, especially if we've been sitting for a long time during the day. Getting some fresh air, getting some sunlight, making a tea, a nice beverage ritual that you can look forward to maybe midday, just to kind of break up the day a little bit, to slow you down and to just get you up and a little change of pace, change of scenery. Regardless of what it is that you are doing, whether it's working or studying or staying home with kids, it's just so important to take a moment. Let's talk about distractions. This is probably one of my biggest hurdles in life, getting distracted. As you probably know, interruptions, distractions can really stunt our focus, and it can take time and effort for us to get back into a bit of a focused state once we've been interrupted. And we kind of live in a world where there's a lot of interruptions. We've got our phones dinging, we've got noises around us, phone calls, just social media, like things that are often like pulling our attention away. And it's for sure something that I struggle with. But knowing what your biggest distractions tend to be whether it's social media or whether it's certain noises, so that you're more aware of those things so that you can better minimize them can be really helpful. So maybe getting noise canceling headphones, putting your phone out of reach, like really consciously putting it away from you for either when you know you need to focus or for even a chunk of the day if it's just too distracting. Also, building up a bit of a distractibility delay where you kind of pause before you engage in a distracting behavior, like checking your phone, for example. This is something that I have found to be quite helpful for me, is because you're kind of training your brain to build up a tolerance for being able to focus for a bit longer, or at least not give in to that like instinctive, like I gotta check my phone, I gotta check social media, I gotta check my emails, whatever it is, constantly. I, last year and for quite a while, quite a long time, was dealing with so much lethargy. I was so fatigued all the time, feeling so sluggish. I used to describe it as like my limbs felt like molasses, like it was like walking through molasses. And I ended up going to the doctor because I'm like, maybe I should get some blood work done. And I found out that I was really deficient in iron, and I was also deficient in vitamin D. And it really was like, oh my gosh, this most likely explains the way that I've been feeling. And so I've been supplementing for the last few months, and it has definitely been making a difference. I know it's going to take some time before I get my levels back to an optimal place, but definitely something to consider here if you do find yourself feeling so tired, low energy, sluggish. Of course, the nutrient deficiencies I had may not at all be what you're dealing with, but that's why it's important to go to your doctor and just get these things checked if you feel like something might be off, because sometimes there is an underlying reason why we are feeling physically a certain way. So that is it for today's video. Some of the best ways that we can improve productivity and support our energy levels as well, and better get things done, things in a more meaningful way. I hope that you found this video helpful. As always, I love hearing from you guys. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you do to improve your productivity, your energy, anything like that. If you guys are interested in me talking more about ADHD and my experiences with that all my life, I'm happy to in a future video. Let me know if that's something that you also have. We can bond over that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Primarily Pure for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out the discount code below in the description box, and I will see you all in the next one.